Cue the music, maestro. Let's reduce the roar of the water. Let's reduce a little bit the music. And we'll talk about water as being a conveyance. We can either flow with it or we can fight against it. You can look at water as almost like life. What I mean by this is that water always follows the path of least resistance, somewhat like pseudo-consciousness. If you really think about it, water takes you down the river, so can your own thoughts, ideas, emotions. They can take you to a place you don't want to be. So as we leave the rapids behind here, we'll take a little drive into the countryside. We'll wander through the valley to another place. Maybe we can see something else of nature that might indicate a higher place to be, somewhat more free, somewhat more above things. So Maestro will bring up some music, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy the view. Look at that. To watch the eagles soar, the eagles climb, they fly, they float, they dive. All beautiful things if you consider it from a consciousness point of view. Floating above the clouds, sometimes within the clouds. Different perspective, something to look at. Where are they? They're way above us. Look at that. As without, so within. So as we leave the rushing waters and the flight of the eagles, noticing things of terrestrial glory, things of celestial glory, we understand that freedom comes from being able to manipulate your environment, being able to work in that environment. Water will find the path of least resistance. That's what we will do subconsciously. That's more mechanical. Whereas the eagle has control over his element. He floats, he turns, he dives, he climbs. There are so many beautiful things to see in that. One is below, one is above. We can think of these things as consciousness. We can see ourselves in these things if we can rise ourselves up to a higher place of being and take ourselves away from the flow of the water or life. Seeing things differently, learning to work with ourselves, to go deeper inside, to think for ourselves for the first time. We're arriving now, the mountain retreat. So I bid you fare thee well. In order to keep these clips short in duration, provide a graphic and an interesting impression so that you can continue to read from the blog about the ideas of consciousness.
J'ai enfin connu le bonheur. Oh mon Dieu, toi tu m'as compris.